Good evening, humans. Tyrannosaurusmoth here, and tonight we're taking a look at the TMNT Mirage Comics Chote figure from NECA. Let's do this. Aesthetically speaking, this figure looks incredible, and I will admit right off the bat, I do have a lot of bias here. This is one of my favorite characters in TMNT, has been for a long time, ever since I got that original figure way back in the 90s, and yeah, I've been waiting for someone to do another Chote figure for a long time. So yeah, I am over the moon that we have this, and I think they nailed it. Like, the color of orange very much matches the comics. Just all the tones, you get that really kind of dark shading going on everywhere. And speaking of which, not speaking of the dark shadowing, but what that's covering here is we get this nice metallic blue, which, I mean, the comics were just kind of a straight up blue, but you know, it just adds this really nice touch, whether that's comic accurate or not. It's an addition I love, so I'm all for there. We get this off-white gi top and lots of shading. You can see the brown kind of in there, kind of give it a little more character. We get more of that dark line work going on. Then we come to the belt, nice bright red. We get all the line work that we've been seeing with all the Mirage figures. Just great work all around. That continues down to the back. You know, nothing's really kind of spared here. I will say that this one does have a little bit of that metallic blue paint kind of rubbed on here. I don't know how that happened. That had to have been a factory thing. Then there's a little missing down here on the black. I did get 2 copies, and the other one does not seem to have that issue. So again, it's going to vary. That's just mass-produced figures for you. Beyond that, we get more line work on the body itself, down to the legs. You can see that the sandals are painted, and everything is just where it should be. I mean, they did details here at the feet. Occasionally you see the nails omitted, but NECA kind of goes back and forth on that, I think. But you know, here just everything is where it needs to be. Not only that, that head sculpt is beautiful. The head sculpt, the head of Chote definitely looks different depending on like even the panel. So yeah, I don't expect there's a lot of freedom there, I guess, because of that. But yeah, I think they kind of got a good medium here. And beyond that, we look inside the mouth, painted this nice bright, almost magenta color. Teeth are nice and sharply done. Just really good stuff. Just awesome looking figure. Accessories are exactly what they should be. So let's dive right in, starting with hands. And right out of the box, we do get some fists. Then we get a pair of grips, again with all that beautiful painted detail in there, a nice wash complementing that as well. And then finally a pair of relaxed / splayed out / kind of open holding palms hands. All looks great. Then we get into some gear. So we do get a hat. This fits the figure exceptionally well. It's sculpted all around. It's just a beautiful piece. So you can have this kind of just under the chin, as you saw at the beginning of the video, or you can kind of push it back a little bit and show more of his face. So some options going on there as well. And this is not actual rope, it's just a really nice pliable plastic. So be careful with it, but it is good. Then we get this cloak, and this thing's amazing. This is made of the same material as some cardigans I own, and I love it. It drapes perfectly. Yeah, it's so good. Not only that, but we get a couple of really nice clasp here. High quality. This does have some stretch to it as well, so you don't have to remove the head of the figure to get this on, and you know, that just kind of goes through there. And then you can see this big hole. It is just so it fits over the head of the figure all right. As you can see, kind of drapes back there, and that just kind of allow for clearance. So yeah, it's a little confusing at first, but once you can figure out how it's supposed to go on there, it works. Then we get a belt, and this is just some stretchy red fabric. You can see that. It's got some Velcro on there. That just goes around the waist, and that is to hold the swords. So we get a katana here with the scabbard painted very nicely. Get some more of those kind of line work marks, shading marks. I get the sword itself. The katana having the dragon on both sides, done very cleanly. And yeah, really nice looking piece. That in there, and then we get the wakizashi, which also same paintwork, no design on the blade, but just yeah, fantastic stuff all around. And these just like, you just kind of put them in the belt and they stay in place, as you again saw in the beginning of the video. Just, it's perfect. And because it's a belt and not sculpt it on the figure, you can have it on either side. So I make all my figures left-handed because I am. So there's that. Finally, we get one last accessory, and that is a torch. And this is wonderfully done. I think it's a great addition. Just some translucent plastic here, and then some really nice sculpt on the wood with some lines, and yeah, this looks really cool. Not only that, the flame is removable and it's sculpted all the way up. So they really spared no expense, as I said earlier. Just really, really good stuff. And that will do it for accessories. Articulation balance here are really nice. However, I will admit that this is where my minor gripes do really creep in, but we'll get to that. So let's jump right in, looking at the head, and we are on a barbell joint, and we can look all the way up. That's beautiful. We can look down decently, as we should be able to, because we gotta look down on the turtles. We get tilt side to side, we get rotation, though not all the way around. We are stopped by the neck, so that's worth noting. We do have an articulated jaw, as we saw earlier, so you can open about that far and close all the way. We are hinge and swivel at the shoulders, so you can come down there, come up into a perfect T. We do get bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, and something I didn't mention in aesthetics, but you do start to see the disc once you fully extend this top part of that joint, so just be aware. I don't think it's too much of an eyesore, but once you notice it, you kind of can't unnotice it. So that is what it is. Then we get hinge and swivel at the wrists, all horizontal. I was really hoping we'd get vertical with the gripping hands. And then we get a ball joint here at the waist, nothing at the diaphragm. And because of all this plastic, because this is an overlay as well, there's an overlay over the torso and then this overlay for the waist, we're not really getting too much far forward, not too much back. I'm gonna keep this up, see if I can get a little bit more out of that. Some side to side, that's where our rotation's coming in. We do have ball joints at the hips, and we are running into the bottom of his gi. So kind of taking a look under, you can see we're running into it. It's pliable, but there's no cuts or anything on the side, or there's no kind of way for that to move any more than that. So that's about as much as we're gonna get, even though we can see can get a lot more if that was uninhibited. We do get thigh swivel, double jointed knees, which fold beautifully. Then nothing in the shin, but we do get, I never heated this figure up. A lot of the joints are actually pretty good out of box. So we get some pretty nice point, some decent forward, and some fantastic rocker. So that will do it for articulation. Getting into size comparisons, here is with a couple of NECA TMNT Mirage Triceratons, with some other NECA Mirage TMNT, with some anthropomorphic dinosaurs, with some domestics, with some imports, with some monsters. Finally, with yours truly in human form in both 1/18 and 1/12 scale. So my final thoughts on the TMNT Mirage Chote figure from NECA is that I absolutely love this figure. Again, I'm definitely biased. I love the character. I've been waiting for this figure for a long time, whether it was the comic version or another like update, or not another update, but an update of the toy from '92. And I am definitely not disappointed here. There are nitpicks, sure. It's definitely not perfect, but like they nailed so much. The accessories are definitely fantastic. The aesthetics are exquisite. The articulation is the only thing I think leaves really some stuff to be desired. Again, I just kind of wish that the bottom of the gi was a little bit more forgiving, but again, can still get freestanding kicks, so I can't fully dislike that. Yeah, just so much good stuff here. And I mean, further to that, like this should be going up on my birthday this year, and yeah, just I love this figure, and that should be enough evidence of that. So if you're a fan of this character, if you're a fan of the Mirage comics, or if you're just a fan of anthropomorphic dinosaurs, there's no reason not to pick this up. And right now, I think Walmart is the only place to get it. However, the way these have gone is Walmart basically gets a kind of first to market sort of deal. And then after that, it opens up, and all of a sudden this will be able to pre-order on Big Bad Toy Store, etc. So definitely, if you see this, pick it up. Yeah, just so so good, worth the wait for me. And yeah, that being said, I hope you found this review informative and somewhat entertaining. And if that's the case, I hope to see you back here because I do reviews every week of action figures related to tokusatsu, dinosaurs, monsters, pro wrestling, and more. So if any of that appeals to you, come on back. Let's talk about some really nice plastic, just escape the world for a while. But really, at the end of the day, I just hope that you're well. I hope that all of your toy dreams come true. And most importantly, I hope that you and yours stay weird, simians.